Hello guys, today we're looking at the Marvel Legends SPDR Wave Shadowland Daredevil figure. This figure comes in the Marvel Legends 6-inch line and comes included with the SPDR Spider right arm, which I'll show a picture of right there. And aside from that, this figure comes included with technically 3 accessories, but those can be broken down further, and if you count both sets of hands, that's 2 more there. So 5 plus accessories really. And we'll start off the review by looking at those. Really the main accessory here is definitely this brand new baton. Most times we just got a baton which would disconnect and connect to one another, and that was all. It could go in the pocket. But this one comes with this neat wire that allows you to display him with these cool poses of him holding it, of it zigzagging through the air, which I'll set it up in his hand once again. So you can achieve these cool poses that you've never been able to do before, of him throwing the baton or it being whipped around, going above his head over here. Really just a whole bunch of more poses that we've never been able to do. I know a lot of people would take a little bit of spiral bound notebook or even some small wire and string it between their batons, but Hasbro's done this for us, and they've done it in a really nice way. Sure, this isn't movable, but it's not wire bound at all. It's just a nice firm piece of plastic, but it won't break or anything. It's just very bendy to it, and it allows for some dynamic poses. And if we look closely at it, there's actually a good rope texture going to it, and the nicest thing is the batons actually come off of it. So if you want him holding his batons, he can be doing that as well. So really a whole bunch of display options for this Shadowland Daredevil figure. If I can even get this in his hand, I'm sorry. So yeah, this was a very welcome piece into Daredevil figures, considering we'd never gotten stuff like this before. And then finally we have his open hands, which I already have on him, and these closed fists. And if you notice, these are brand new sculpts with nice cloth wrappings, it looks like, wrapped around, which is very nice. Both hands have it. I'll bring up the right hand for you here as well. And then if we look at his hands that he has on, which they just snap off real easily, pop. And pop this one in. Same for the other. No really fear of breaking them. Pegs seem nice and firm. So you're going to be punching or holding. We also have these open grip hands. And here's the other open grip hand. Now looking at the figure itself. The figure features all the articulation you've come to really expect in Marvel Legends figures. Ball jointed head with a little additional swivel there. Ball jointed shoulders, swivel bicep, double jointed elbows, ball jointed wrists, swivel waist, ab crunch, which is a very nice ab crunch. It doesn't snap into a certain place. You can put it however you like it. Ball jointed hips, swivel thigh, double jointed knee, which we'll show on this leg since it's kind of hindered by the other one. And then finally, swivel boots and rocking ankles. So as I said before, all the articulation you come to expect. And this figure is not your really typical figure, since a lot of times with our comic figures we would get only just the basic sculpt with a new repaint. And luckily they didn't do that this time. I believe the head is the same head that was used in past Daredevil figures, but these forearms with the new wrappings on them are new, as well as these boots, which are really well sculpted and have these really nice laces on them. The laces aren't painted on perfectly since they're a slightly darker hue of red, but it's passable. And then we have the same baton holster as always, as well as the belt. And then the back, it's a very basic, nothing really going on there, no real paint job or anything. But this will definitely do as your Shadowland Daredevil. And they're really knocking out a lot of the Daredevils we see. I believe all that's left is, I really want to say Armored Daredevil is the last big one, I would say. Maybe I'm missing one, but yeah, I mean, they've knocked out this one. They're doing a unmasked Daredevil, I believe, for Comic-Con, just based upon the Netflix style. So yeah, this is a great addition to all your Daredevil armies, per se, if you're a Daredevil solely collector. And it really features this really nice new accessory, which is a great touch. Hasbro didn't really need to do this, but it's a welcome addition, as I said before. Oopsie, I'm sorry about that. And it's really just a great figure. My only complaints is that the baton belt thing doesn't really stay up. The belt doesn't really match the sculpting of the rest of the figure. And the D's could be a little sharper with their paint, a little more jagged, because if you look here, it's not the crispest. And as well as the boot. So it's not an absolutely perfect figure. It's not perfect, but especially with the new accessories, the new boots, the new forearms. It's a really, really good figure. And because of that, I'm going to give this figure a 9 out of 10. Another great figure from Marvel Legends. They've really been knocking out of the park recently. They did really well this wave. Dagger didn't land too well with me, but overall, this wave has been really good. So if you see him, and definitely if you need to complete your SPDR, build a figure wave, pick him up. But he's a great figure. You definitely won't be disappointed with him. Thanks for watching.